Our next story is on the state of environmental sanitation in Aina Street, Ojota, where unevacuated refuse bins continue to stare residents in the face.
Beyond the calm that greets you when you visit Aina Street in Ojota, Lagos, are piles of unevacuated refuse adorning almost every house. The residents say this has been their situation for several weeks now, raising concerns about possible associated health hazard this might result in. It appears this is a lucky day for them, as the much-awaited PSP operator for the area is around.
And we paid. Look at me every morning when we go to work. I will carry my data along. Huh? Keep on embarrassing themselves on the road.
He has a tough time carrying out his duty as he is swarmed by residents seeking attention. This results in some tense moments.
No day I don't go along with get it while I have paid in my own house. Don't you supposed to be so?
He's obviously not attending to everybody. No doubt he has his work cut out for him, and we're curious to know why he decides to ignore some of the residents in spite of the overflowing waste bins littering the whole area.
We have a directive that we should stop domestic operations by the 1st of September. We've arranged to stop on the 1st of September. Unfortunately, we also have the challenges of people who have paid up to December ending. And it is, the onus is on us to clear their refuse, and which we have directive to clear those that have already paid us in advance. So we are on the street. Well, unfortunately, there is refuse everywhere, those that have not paid and those that have paid. So we are sorting out only those that we are owing, those that have paid us in advance. Some have paid up to September, some to October, some to November, and some to December. Those are the ones that we are picking until our replacement comes. You know, we don't have the right to continue operating from the 1st of September. And we cannot be in contest with government. So we follow the boys to make sure those that we are owing, we service them.
While it gives reasons for a selective service, some of the residents express their concerns about how long this situation has lingered.
We discovered that for some time, close to 6 weeks or more, the PSP has not been coming. Some time back, say like a month and about 2 months, they came with a threat that they have the right to lock up houses that are owing. So as a secretary of the street, I rallied around, got people to pay. And after that event, we didn't see them again. Just last week, I understood they came, they picked some houses that's in their debts. And I wondered how come some houses were not picked. But someone had told me that their policies have changed, that it's like pay before service. When you pay them before they come and pick your debts, as against payment at the end of every month. I was furious, but it was too late because they've gone out then. So, and I called the chairman of the street that, is he aware of this? He said no. But my annoyance was, if policy will change, the people need to know so that they will comply.
While the PSP operator can only do so much, the residents call on the Lagos State government to wade in so as to avoid an epidemic.
We cannot blame these private operators, because once the government have told them to stop and the government is not providing alternative that we can see that is visible now, because if the government have implemented their own side of the story, at least we wouldn't be finding any refuse. But if they have assisted these private operators before the implementation of their own scheme, whatever, at least it will be better off. So that's just it. That's just it. We want government to wake up to their responsibility.
It is very, very bad. Cholera. And again, this disease that we have around us, flies every time, mosquitoes, all these things are giving our children malaria, cholera, all kind of disease that we cannot even talk of.
I operate 3 trucks. I have packed 2 down. I have sent the boys away because I cannot pay. If people will not pay me, already Lagosians don't want to pay for waste. And then government is announcing that don't pay. So they will sit down, they will not pay. You can see what is happening. It's not our liking. I won't run the truck on the whole street only to pick 3-4 houses. It's negative for me, but I have to do it because I'm owing those people. They have already paid in advance.
The newly introduced Clean Lagos initiative requires that PSP operators restrict their services to commercial outfits, while residential areas are to be serviced by a new consortium.
We have gotten a consortium of companies coming together to tackle this problem. And what we have done is to give them, this consortium of companies, the domestic sector of the waste sector, because that's always been the problem. It's huge. That's where we generate so much refuse. So therefore, these people are going to come. They're going to bring, at the beginning, bring about 550 new compactors. The compactors, they're going to be tracked. That means in a room here, I can sit down and know which part of Lagos has been visited or not in a day. You know, these compactors, they will be well managed, obviously. We will know even from that room of ours who has not been dumping right, who has been dumping, irresponsibly. Apart from that, we are going to buy, they are going to supply about 900 and something thousand litter bins. So therefore, so people will have places to put these litters that they throw all over the place. We are going to also start sweeping every political ward in Lagos. There are 377 of them. We will stop sweeping only the major ways alone. We will start sweeping the 377 wards in Lagos.
However, the effect of the outfit's operation is hardly felt, and the people are suffering the lag that has become the order of the day. We are hopeful that pretty soon Lagos would get back to its glory and clean days.
Don't forget, you can always be part of Eyewitness by sending us your photo or video. Simply shoot and upload to our Eyewitness portal via the channel's TV app. Now download, launch, and then swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu. Follow instructions on how to upload your story. Please endeavor to add a form of contact such as email or phone numbers so we can get in touch with you. For now, let's see some of those you already sent for the week.
We begin with this one from Mohammed Namadi Sambowe in New KARIMO District, Abuja, the Federal Capital Territory, showing a clean lawn, which our Eyewitness reporter says was cleared after he reported it here on Eyewitness. He thanks men of the Abuja Municipal Area Council for responding, but calls on them to clear up the parts that remain. From Kaduna comes our next image showing the Kaduna State Governor, Mr. Nasir El-Rufai, controlling traffic. Our next image is from LEKKI in Lagos, showing children begging on the streets. Our Eyewitness reporter says they are physically challenged and wants the state government to discourage this practice anywhere in the state. Here's a picture from MAKURDI, the Benue state capital, showing a dump site. The illegal dump site, according to our Eyewitness reporter, is an epidemic in waiting. He wants it cleared quickly. This next photo is of a dilapidated school building in HOTORO North along KWANAR SABO police station, KANO State. Our Eyewitness reporter says this shows the decline in the education sector in KANO State and wants the government to look into it. Finally is this picture of a heap of refuse at the University of Calabar Teaching Hospital premises. Our Eyewitness reporter is worried about the health consequences of this act and wants it stopped immediately.
Those were your stories. Do keep them coming. And don't forget, you could visit our YouTube page to access our previous editions. Our social media platforms are also there to help us serve you better. Till next week, when we'll make our return. I'm Chris Alams, and I'll keep my eyes on you.